Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. I was researching an area of the Nevada desert, specifically a peak that I'm interested in summiting, and as I scanned the area on Google Earth, I came across a couple of structures. These structures were literally in the middle of nowhere. What was the point of these structures? Well, I set about trying to find some history, but came up with virtually nothing. The structures were simply called rock houses, and all I could seemingly find was a random Facebook page saying these structures might have been built by the CCC, or Civilian Conservation Corps, which were active in Nevada in the 1930s. Or BLM archaeologists seem to think miners built the structures. But the best theory, or rumor, was the structures were used by a Nevada politician's mistress in the early part of the 20th century. Spicy, and a mystery for sure. So I had to have a look. Please join me as I head out into the Nevada desert to see what's out there. All right, we made it to the mysterious rock houses out here in the eastern Nevada desert. I never knew these things were out here. As a matter of fact, I've never been out here in this part of the desert. This is all new to me. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I just parked up the road. And these look pretty cool. So the question is, why are these houses out here? And as I mentioned in the intro, there's some rumors about these houses. The most interesting rumor, of course, is the Nevada politician's mistress who used to be out here. I don't know I could not dig up any information other than that little bit. And that was just off a random Facebook page. I can literally find no information about these houses. It's very, very interesting. So a politician's mistress was hidden out here, or this was the Civilian Conservation Corps, built in the 30s. Not 100% sure on that either. Those guys, if you weren't aware, which I wasn't aware, the CCC, they were, it was established during the Depression, and it was for young men. I think the ages was like 17 to early 20s, and they would come out and do a bunch of projects out in the desert. Actually, the CCC is responsible for creating a lot of the state parks in the state of Nevada. It's really interesting stuff. But I'm not sure why they would come out here and build these houses. And then, of course, there's also the thought that perhaps miners built these. No one really seems to know. Well, here they are, just two houses randomly out here in all this. I'm sure there was some mining going on in this area. There looks like there's a road that's cut that goes way up back into a canyon back here. So there might have been some mining up in there. I don't think it's a new road, that's for sure. So, wow, it's just really strange.
They look like pretty solid houses. They're not really ruins. You know, there's not a bunch of rubble in front of them, so, well, really never know what's out here in the desert. Just outside the first house, there's some of the old glass, the old thick glass. Maybe these houses date back to the late 19th century. It's possible. But you find these old ghost towns, and you find like lots of this thick glass out there. Well, here we are. The first house. I have to tell you what, man. Someone put some effort in these. Damn, solid floor. Kind of under the impression these weren't built in the late 19th century, that they're probably early 20th century. Man, it's a nice view out that window, huh? You can see how it burned, so that's probably what happened to the roofs. Someone probably torched them at some point. Yeah, got a little porch back here. Entrance. Way cool. All right, let's go check out the other one. Looks like this is a pretty cool camp spot too. Nice fire ring up in here. I would definitely camp here. This is awesome. Oh, we got a bed spring in this one. Man, got a nice front patio here. Sit on a lawn chair and take in the views. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Looks like the concrete here was poured October 1942. 1942. Wow, that's interesting. So that's, I think the CCC was still happening in the early 40s. I think it was, or maybe not, I'm not 100% sure on that, so that might shed some light on who built these. Still kind of a mystery though, but go inside. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Old bed spring, got a burn barrel. Check that out. Someone's getting their liquor on in here. I got notice again that thick glass. Yeah, I'll put that in there. How awesome. Oh, this house still got some of the wood on the door and the windows. This is great. And then we've got another porch area back here. This is great. Well, we have a date in the concrete, 1942. That doesn't mean that's necessarily when the buildings were erected. The structures here, that could have been earlier, and then someone came out and put some concrete, but who knows? Like I said, I couldn't find much history on the place, so I don't really know anything. But it is pretty cool out here. Got some hardware laying around. Yeah, really fascinating. So usually in like a mining community, there would be a lot of trash in the area, like lot of like old cans and broken glass and stuff like that. And I'm not seeing hardly any of that here. So it's, yeah, it's interesting. This is the old road that's cutting off up around the mountain there, up into that little canyon. I'm not going to follow that. There's probably some, more than likely there's some mines up in there. Interesting area. Yeah, just completely random. I don't see any other structures out here. Huh. All right, another fascinating, do I call it a ghost town out here? I mean, it's something else. What was happening out here? Who knows? If you got any information, don't hesitate to hit up those comments. So we got three things. Was it built by the CCC? Some miners built it? Was a prominent Nevada politician's mistress hidden out here? I don't know, all these things, all these questions. We do have a date though in that concrete on the second structure, October of 42. That is a clue. So interesting, yeah. Anyway, as always, hey, you never really, there's lots of fascinating things out in the desert. So thank you very much for watching. I got lots more content on the way. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps tremendously. Folks, we'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.